So, good evening, dear worldwide MRS fans. This is the next episode of our Race Drivers interview of Season 2. And tonight I may welcome Mr. Mike Taylor.
Good evening.
Hello, hello. Then we have Mr. Thomas Walsh.
Good evening, everyone.
And no one else than Peter Zemo Simpson. Good evening to you too.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, hello. So, first of all, very simple question I would like to say. For every one of you the same. Who is you? Who is Mike Taylor?
Well, I guess I'm a very old gamer these days, father of 5 children. Just love my online gaming. It's been a bit of a release during the COVID lockdown, so it's helped me mentally, I guess, over the last year. Just joining these guys online and, just getting that release, I guess, on a weekly basis has been good.
Okay. Same goes out to you. Who is Thomas Walsh?
Hi, I'm Tom, 27-year-old, soon to be 28. Would say I'm a frustrated racing driver, never made it professionally.
Okay.
Enjoy it like Mike says. Enjoy the release, and I'm quite a laid-back guy.
Okay, with a very fast brother too, but that's a topic for later. And this very fast brother has frustrated our number 3 here in tonight. Who is Peter Simpson?
Hi, Seb. My name's Pete. I'm 35-year-old. Got a big passion for Formula One. Don't really play any other kind of games apart from this one. But yeah, that's about me.
So you skipped what I just said. Maybe a little bit more into that. Did you feel frustrated after the last season?
A little bit. More frustrated at myself for not ploughing on and finishing through a few more races. I kind of gave up on a few races when things were going wrong for me last year, and obviously that cost me the title last year. So trying to put things right this year.
It was very, very close in the end, and those points might have been costly. Yes, I have already depicted your last year's car. That's the Ferrari. I will try to get in the cars from last year and this year for all of you guys. And I might be a little bit late for it, but okay. Let's stay with you, Simo. Difficult question, I think. I'm very curious about your answer. What do you think is your biggest online racing success?
I don't know, to be honest. I've won quite a few league races. To be honest, probably my biggest success on these games is grabbing a couple of world record times on the 2019 version. Other than that, it's just that's pretty much it. I've won a few races. Couldn't really pick and choose which one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you. What I was about to ask you. If there isn't anyone you can pull out, especially, so there's nothing special in your mind about the best race of Peter Simpson.
I was quite pleased with. I think it was France last year.
I expected so.
in the rain, coming back from a couple of time penalties and 2 drive-throughs to win the race in the end. That one sticks out for me. I was quite pleased with that.
Yep, this was the one I had in mind too, actually. So, second question to you: your biggest race success, Thomas Walsh.
Within this game.
Generally, could have been the former version too. Whatever comes to your mind.
Well, like I say, in this game was season 1 was Austria with Peter Simpson. Brilliant last 2-3 laps we had.
Sweaty race that was.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were very close. This year, probably Vietnam was one of my better ones, better comebacks. Didn't finish it, didn't win it, but it was a better comeback. But I do a lot of racing. Mike will know it. I do a lot of racing on an ACC and Gran Turismo as well. Taking part in a week simulation of the 24 hours of Le Mans over the space of a week.
Okay.
Finished 1/10 behind first place, so that was an enjoyable week.
1/10
Yeah,
on a 24-hour race.
yeah, we split it up over
Wow.
7 nights.
So
Restarted and made the gaps again, and then started again.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 1/10 on a 24-hour race is actually nothing.
It's nothing. No, it was a very warm week in the middle of summer.
Okay. And same question goes out to you. Your biggest race success, Mike Taylor.
Oh, well, I think success for me, I think when we're having a really good clean battles, and close racing is great. I remember a really good one at Silverstone with Tom. We had a really good battle. We sort of mid to race end, and then there was, although we didn't finish, Pete, we had a race in, I think it was first race of the season, where I was right on your tail up until the safety car came out and ruined it for both of us. But it was one of them races I remember just because I was as quick as Pete for the first time ever and the last time ever. And just being able to keep up with someone like Pete is great. And so that sticks in my brain, even though it was a race neither of us finished.
So this was in the season 1 of MIS, right?
I think it was season 1, yes, and it was a night race at
Okay.
Abu Dhabi, I think. But yeah, it was a great. I was right on him, qualified well. Sort of me and Pete left at the front, and I was right on him. And then the safety car come out, and it just took us both by surprise and ruined both our races, really.
So let's stay with you as we are already talking about the last season. How was your last season?
So a little bit disappointed not to hold fourth. I really felt that I was good enough for fourth. I wasn't quick enough to battle with Tom and Dom and Pete. So for me, fourth was about the best I could get last season, and so to lose it in the last couple of rounds, I was a little bit disappointed. But I think this year my aim was to be fourth again. But we've gained a few faster drivers again, so I've got a lot of work to do to try and keep up with these boys, really.
What was the deciding thing that you lost P4 to Stefan Williams?
Yeah.
Why do you think what was it that decided it that Williams went fourth in the end?
Well, I had a couple of bad rounds and a couple of unlucky races towards the end, and I think that was really it. I think I was quick enough by far. I was quicker than Steph to take it, but I just had a couple of unlucky rounds. You know how it is with this online racing business.
The reigning, what is it, third man, third finisher from last season. How was your last season, Tom Walsh?
It was a shaky start, I will be honest. I'd only literally got the F1 2020 game perhaps 2 days before the opening, so I didn't have a clue on the physics, the way to fix the cars. Trying to run F1 19 game settings, and they just weren't working on here. But managed to sort of find my feet. I'd probably say around about 7 races in. I managed to find this zone I'm now in. A little bit of a hardware change as well definitely helped that out, and I was pretty happy to be third, especially with having a couple of little battles with Simo, with Peter, Dom, and everyone up there really.
So you were happy that you were third and not involved in the title fight in the end?
I was happy, yeah, very happy with third.
Okay.
Like I said, it was all a big learning curve for me last season.
I see. So partly we already had the answer to that question, but again, Peter Simpson, how was your last season?
A little bit frustrating, like I said, with the consistency and that. But other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Great group of guys to race with week in, week out. Yeah, it's just I think we've all built well on season 1. and come back as better drivers for season 2, sort of thing. Helps that we all kind of know each other and know how each other drive now. But I think that's evident in the streams for season 2. Everybody's driving to a lot better standard. So yeah, onwards and upwards.
One last thing for you about the last season, as it was so monstrously dramatic. What did you think when we went into the last race and how it all went down then?
I was a little bit annoyed when I'd spun out and broke my front wing.
Obviously.
Yeah, if I'd have taken a bit of time to have a look at the gaps and things like that, it might have been different. I should have realised that I could have got back into the race and got the points I needed. But you live and you learn, I suppose. So we'll just try and do better this year.
Even in our age, even we guys still learn. So let's move it over from last to the new season. Season 2 is now how many? 4 or 5 races old. And let's just stay with you again, Peter Simpson. You have switched from Ferrari to, let's say, 1.5 seconds McLaren, and then into Renault. Your thoughts about your new team?
Yeah, the Renault's okay. I don't mind it. I like the engine noise, power delivery. It feels a bit better than the Ferrari. But like Scuba said a couple of interviews ago, I wasn't that keen on the Ferrari to start with, but it really grew on me actually.
Okay.
So it's slightly upsetting to see somebody else driving it now, but no, I'm more than happy with the Renault at the moment. So
tell us, did you watch the video of David Lawson drawing the teams?
I did.
You did.
I was very close to my McLaren. But,
yeah, you always speak it out that you are a diehard McLaren fan, and then in the last, what is it, micrometer, the needle switched to Renault.
I don't think you could measure it with millimeters. It was smaller than that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So just as almost you had the hand on the championship, and just as slim the McLaren slipped away of you, just like the championship did. But you are okay with Renault and your teammate Ricky Cuau?
Yeah, he seems to have quite a bit of pace. So I'm hopeful for the constructors, but it's looking a lot tighter this year with the constructors battle. Which is only a good thing, I think. I think it was a good way that we drew the teams for the constructors with 2 different pots, sort of thing. So hopefully it'll be a 3, maybe 4 team battle for the championship this year.
Oh yeah, that could be possible. That is very, very close right now, but it's a lot of time left. So Thomas Walsh, you had a lot of new stuff. You switched from very far, because you switched from Racing Point to Racing Point. You are the only driver who is sitting still in the same cockpit as last season. Is that okay for you? Is it bad? Did you wish to go somewhere else? Your thoughts on the pink car?
Well, first of all, it's nice to have an equal, a similar car to get used to the game and get used to the handling life. And to be honest, I really like the car. I love the way it looks. There's nothing wrong with a pink car.
Okay.
It's nice and bright. People can see in your mirrors, which is always handy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. But no, it's just nice to have that consistency from one season to the next season. To hopefully find them tenths or half a second, as sometimes I need with Peter, to hopefully try and get into his gearbox.
Do you have a water filter in your kitchen?
No.
It's got to be time for BWT then.
I know. I've emailed him.
Yeah, okay. And we have another one who has just switched into the Racing Point. Mike Taylor, what do you think about pink and BWT water filters?
So, I mean, first off, I'm glad to see the back of the Alpha. It was a shocking car.
Okay.
The Racing Point is so much better. Seems more solid through the corners.
Okay.
I've got no affinity or no concerns about it being pink. Like Tom says, people can see it coming. But it does handle like a dream. It's a lot better, like I say, than the Alpha was. The Alpha was very tail happy. Even with the equal performance on, you could definitely tell the difference.
Okay.
It's nice, So I feel like I've got a solid base, a much more stable car, which helps when I'm only on a controller as well. So, yeah, I'm happy with my car.
And happy with your teammate? Question mark.
Definitely, because I got number one, I got a teammate to learn from, and number two, he's quick, so we should be right up there for the constructors. I just need to hold my stuff together and make sure I get some good results to help Tom out.
Yeah, get your stuff together. What you just said, that brings me right to the next topic, because you are sitting now in overall P8.
Yep.
Although you had a few good results lately, so is P8 good or is there more to come?
I'd like to say there's more to come, but like I said, we do have some more quicker drivers. So if I can get some more time behind the wheel, and just get some more practice in as much as I can, really, and just try and get them extra few temps and try and be up there in the top 6 if I can. But we do have some faster guys joining us this year, so realistically, can I be top 4? It's going to be tough, but I'll try my hardest.
Same question to you, Tom Walsh. You are now in second place after a few good results lately.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I mean, I don't ever set a massive target for myself. I take it one night at a time, and hopefully the results speak at the end with either the gold or the silver or the bronze. Really, I've not set myself a goal to say I'm going to be, one place higher than last year or to remain in third. Like Mike said, Cantan's a quick driver. He's appeared. Dom's obviously quick. He had a bit of a bad start, but he'll bring it back. And yeah, you can't count anyone out on this game, especially when there's a safety car up here.
But right now, after the first quarter of season approximately, you are in second. Do you rather look ahead and try to attack Cantan, or do you rather watch behind and watch out for Williams, Simpson, or maybe Van der Breggen coming?
It's always in the back of my mind, and Van der Breggen, Peter Simpson, they're always in the back of my mind. They will come forward. Well, I just run my own night.
Okay.
A little bit of help from Mike. We just keep going, keep plugging along, and eventually, hopefully, it will all work out, and the constructors will hopefully be the top, and maybe I can get that second this season, maybe even the first.
Okay. So, same question again to you, Peter Simpson. You are fourth right now. How has this young season been for you?
It's not been the best start to the season. I think we've had five races and I've only finished 2 of them. My goal at the start of the season was to be a bit more consistent and finish a few more races. So, as you can see, I'm doing a great job of that at the minute. We'll, onwards and upwards, we'll see if we can start to pull it together a bit now. Got some good tracks coming up for me. Some ones that I like quite a lot, so just need to take advantage of that, I suppose.
So you have won 100% of those races you finished.
Yeah, I've won the 2 that I've finished. But
yeah, that's the bad side of the medal, but
doesn't really mean anything if you're DNFing in the other 3.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so next race is Canada, Montreal. You think this is a good spot for you, Simo?
Yeah, I've always got reasonable pace around Canada. The track limits are a little bit of a nightmare around Canada, but the way we play it on the regular, it's not so much of an issue. It's just there's a lot of heavy traction zones around Canada, which basically make the difference, to be honest. So as long as you can get the power down out the corners, hopefully we'll have a good result.
Especially for you, because you are one of the very few drivers in our MIs who runs without traction control, so not even to medium. So yeah, this goes out for you even more. Tom Walsh and then Mike Taylor, your thoughts on Montreal?
It's a cracking circuit, brilliant. There's always opportunity for overtaking. You've just got to find that balance, because like Pete says, you've got to push every corner and maximise as much as the apex as you can. And if you've got a too bouncy car, then you end up in the barrier. It's not one of my best. I do struggle with Canada, but hopefully I can get a couple of points and keep it going.
Yeah, well, for me, Canada's one of my better tracks. Actually, I really do enjoy driving it. I tend to do all right at it. The only time I've struggled really is when it's damp or wet, because I've managed to put it in the wall a couple of times. But generally, if it's dry, I tend to do okay there. So looking forward to it, to be honest.
Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. And we will have an eye on all of your each three opinions in Montreal. Last question for every one of you, because yeah, we partly had it already, but still, let's get it cleared. What is your each goal for the rest of the season? We start with Mike Taylor.
So for me, I just really want to make sure I'm finishing races in the points. That's my main goal. It's like Pete says, you can win a couple of races, but if you're not finishing 50% of your races, you're not really going to be anywhere at the end of the season. So just trying to consistently finish the races, and if I'm in the top 6, that would be brilliant. But in the top 10 is really my goal at the moment. Just getting those points every week is what I want to be doing.
Okay, good luck with that. Your goal, Tom Walsh.
Well, first of all, beat my brother. It's always a goal. It's a family thing. He's younger than me, and I can't have him beating me again.
So you don't think in teammates, you think in brothers.
Oh yeah, because he rubbed that down my neck for about a week. Who's the best at F1? So yeah, to beat my brother, but also I want to try and keep where I am in P2, and I want to try and latch onto Peter.
Let's get in a bit of stakes in this brother battle, because I would say if you beat Dom in this season, you owe us a shoey for that. Wouldn't you say?
It won't be pleasant.
I was so laughing for this video from Dominic Walsh when he was standing there in the snow and in a t-shirt in the snow, and some dog around him, and he then just drank this, what was it, beer or something. It was really cool. It was very, very cool for him. So yeah, we will meet again. We will have you again in the interview, and then we might talk about the shoey again to that time. So last man in, Peter Simpson. Your goal for the rest of the season? Championship? Question mark.
No, I'm not looking that way.
Okay.
My goal is actually quite a simple one. It is to cross the finish line on all the remaining races. Just to try and finish every race and drag as many points out of each one as I can, really.
Yeah, well, if you stick to your results and your average, I would like to say, then you would win every race for the rest of the season. If you finish, if you finish every race, you will win every race, and I think that would mean that you are the champion then. So this is not a target of yours right now.
No, I wouldn't be so presumptuous to say that's my target. Okay. I literally just want to finish the races. Be nice to actually make a change to get on the podium in second or third place. I think I had a record last year of whenever I got on the podium, it was either P1 or I didn't score points sort of thing. So it's just consistency for me, really, and we'll see where that leaves us at the end of the year.
Okay. Well, so many diplomatic answers from everyone when I ask such questions. It's for me it is nice in one way, but a bit sad in the other that we do not have such Kimi Räikkönens in our league, who does not always answer really very diplomatic. But okay, it's okay.
I think that's part of the reason why everybody likes driving in MRS, because there's not so many egos in here. Everybody just likes to race, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's just leave it with that for this moment. Thank you guys for being with me here tonight in our interview room. Is there anything you want to add? Because this is your chance now to the MRS universe out there.
For me, just want to say, you know, we have got a great league, and that's one of the reasons I've tried to start up a second night, because of the level of driving we have. Although it's a bit mixed through the field, it's very clean. And generally, if somebody makes a mistake, they put their hand up, and there's not any animosity. And then going to the admins, they deal with their incidents really well. So I don't feel like it's a bit unfair, or they're leaning towards it being more of a fun league. To me, I think it's taken seriously enough to make it, good fun, clean racing. But at the same time, it's a good bunch of guys that we race against. So I'm really enjoying it and looking forward to more races.
Oh yes, definitely. Anyone else who wants to add some stuff into the MRS fan zone?
I think Mike said it all. Then it's one of the great leagues that I take part in it. Look forward to racing on Wednesday night. And also thank you, Seb, for what you do. It's brilliant what you do. You're always trying to do the action, and we should get onto Codemasters for a replay button that we can watch.
Oh yeah. Well, first thanks, but yes, totally a replay button would be huge. But then I think I would.
If Seymour wants to give up first place, he could let me go, and I can have, he can then try second.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then thank you guys for the moment, and I'm looking forward to Montreal, and I hope we will have another great race just 2 days from now. And see you in Montreal, and have a good evening for the moment, and goodbye to you.
Cheers, Seb.
Cheers, Seb. Take care, mate.
Cheers, John.
See you on Wednesday, boys. Bye bye. Good evening.
Bye bye.